Oh, wow. And so this is a group of scouts from North Carolina.
In 2019, our team from Summit got together to start a journey to Malawi.
I just kind of feel like we're gonna go and we're gonna take it all in and not push anything onto anyone, but really just be there to receive the moment.
I think the mission of the trip is to serve the people that are there as much as we can.
But more than anything else, just to help encourage those who are there long term.
Some team members had reservations about going.
I have a lot of social anxiety when it comes to big social situations and meeting lots of new people.
Am I gonna say the right thing or do the right thing? And so there's a little bit of a fear of like, I'm gonna do something wrong or not know how to communicate.
I want to make sure that I respect culture and respect traditions. That's probably one of my bigger fears, because I can keep the rules and regulations of big things, but not small things.
I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and this will by far be the furthest away I've ever been from them. And my wife is going on the trip as well, so being across the world, just the geography distance is a little bit of a mind bender.
I get a little bit turned around with routines being different, time changes, travel, so like everything that has to do with going halfway across the world.
Despite all these reservations, our team met together for several months. We learned about Malawian culture, the theology of cross-cultural missions, and teamwork.
It's great because I think our leaders allow us the opportunity to kind of just sit back and enjoy each other's company and get to know each other. And
it was just, I don't know, it just felt really good. Like little by little, each time we met, it just felt more and more like we were gelling as a family.
I feel the freedom to just be me when I go, because I have more trust in the other people.
After months of training, it was finally time to go.
The same God here, the same God there, it's the same God everywhere, and we all get to come together and serve Him together.
My relationship with God so far has been really personal.
You never know what the Lord is going to do with you on a mission trip. Might not have nothing to do with my day-to-day, but however He draws me closer to Him, I just want to be obedient to that.
I think the most growth spiritually is going to happen in your life when you are way outside of your comfort zone.
we made it!
Once we got to Malawi, we were thrown right in. The staff there told us to get to know the culture, so we did, through the help of some translators and getting uncomfortable. After becoming accustomed to our surroundings, it was time for camp, hosted by Children of the Nations, created for special needs students. We did skits, we played games, did crafts, and sang a lot of songs. Oh, and we did a lot of dancing. I mean, a lot of dancing.
We just got to meet our sponsor child for the first time. It was an incredible experience. He recognized us, or maybe he recognized you. It was a really tender moment, really special moment.
Yeah, to connect to a person instead of, sometimes you feel like you're writing to a stranger, and so to write to a person that we get to meet and his family and to be so welcoming was really meaningful.
One of the groups that Children of the Nations has in Malawi is called Girls Power. And it's young girls that come together to support each other. And so we're sitting there listening, and I am not usually one to get emotional. I don't cry a lot, but all of a sudden I'm crying. But as I reflected on it more and thought about that group, it dawned on me that I think God has always put on my heart to lead and mentor younger girls, and I've always tried to do that through coaching softball. But there's something about coaching, it just didn't quite do it for me. And so I just realized there had to be a different way of kind of bringing up the next generation. And so I came back and I was all ready to figure out who led Summit students, and literally that Sunday at church, Laura Freeland, who helps us lead Edge, got on stage and said, hey, we're looking for student leaders. And it was just one of those moments that you knew God was working. Everything lined up. I was thinking about leading, and there she stood on stage saying, "We need leaders." And so I went up to her right after service and said, "I'm interested." Literally the next month, I started with a group of 9th grade girls, and we walked through a whole semester together. And it's been awesome. It's fulfilling that call that I have to, I think, just be with other girls and remembering mentors that poured into me, and I get to extend that. And at the same time, it also forces you to live out your faith.
I think when we all got back to the U.S., we realized that God was asking us to take steps at home too. We all had the opportunity to respond now, whether through local mission opportunities or student ministry volunteer roles, base camp opportunities, or even just having conversations about the work we had seen God doing in Africa. You know, we had always been part of something bigger, but saying yes to this trip helped us see how big God's kingdom really is.